Alright, what's up you guys? Quick video, I wanted to give my thoughts on Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order. I just got done watching the gameplay. They showed about 14 minutes, which was pretty impressive. I honestly thought they were maybe just going to show a trailer. But no, they showed some gameplay here. Of course, they put up the words at the beginning that this is alpha, this is an alpha. It's, it could change. Maybe graphically, it might get a little bit of a downgrade or something like that. But from what it's looking like, it's looking really fun as far as the gameplay goes. I know some people are saying, it's nothing new. It's like the typical third person, but that's like one of my favorite genres. So to have good third person action and then have it Star Wars, which is something I'm a fan of. I'm not the biggest fan, but I have been a fan over the years. Yeah, it's like, okay, cool. Star Wars, yeah, I'm for it. And right away, I kind of got the vibes of like a little bit of, some Uncharted in there. You got him, using the lightsaber as light and kind of like walking across these like, narrow areas and climbing and stuff like that. It's got that little vibe on it. And then even when it comes to these story kind of cutscenes that they're showing, the transition from cutscene to gameplay is very fluid, like an Uncharted. That's why I think it feels so familiar, and that's why those comparisons are coming up with a lot of gamers. They're seeing these, inspirations, and it's easy to compare at that point. I've even seen, Tomb Raider being compared to this, God of War. I guess your typical third person kind of over the shoulder, gameplay. And I think it's cool. I'm not one to be like, no, it has to be something completely different. I'm not really that type, especially if it's looking good as it is. Now, if it was looking uninspired and just like bland to me, or I didn't care about Star Wars enough to where it's like it makes it different, then I might be having those feelings. But because I do like Star Wars and I do like what I'm seeing, it's okay. I feel like it's fine, and I'm enjoying just the possibilities and potential of this game. And then even when it comes to the combat, I'm feeling the same way. Because it's Star Wars and because, it is a lightsaber and the things you can do with it, I'm just, imagining all the powers you're going to have and what we've seen in the movies and things like that. I'm sure that it's going to really open up the gameplay. Even in this gameplay trailer or video, you can see how you're using the lightsaber, throwing it, using the Force to slow everything down. And it seems cool. I'm feeling the combat. I feel like it looks really fun, and I can't wait to experience it. I'm like actually really feeling this. And this game hasn't really been on my radar too much, I guess because, it is EA, and I wasn't even sure when this was coming out, but it is coming out in November, which is pretty awesome. It gives me something else to play. And it's, it is familiar, like I said before, at least I think I did. When it comes to the genres and the types of games that I'm into and what I kind of gravitate to, this falls in line with that. I mean, it's third person, it's action. It looks like the story is pretty decent. It's Star Wars. You got so many different moves that you can do. And of course, the combat looks, I wouldn't say difficult, but it looks like you got to be a little more methodical as far as the combat. It seems like you really kind of have to pick and choose what kind of moves you're going to use and how you're going to block and possibly parry the moves and things like that. So it doesn't seem like a hack and slash to me or anything. So I'm digging that. I like methodical gameplay. The Soulsborne kind of thing kind of popped into my head a little bit during the combat, because I do feel that's one of the most methodical types of genres out there. And so to have combat where it's kind of doing the same thing, and there's other games that do it too, like don't get me wrong, Assassin's Creed's kind of been doing that a little bit lately, that kind of combat where you need to block and you need to find room for when you're going to do these certain moves and find space and openings. That's what I'm looking for. An opening to when you can hit and you can attack. Of course, you got the Force, so it's probably going to make it easy as far as slowing enemies down and being able to get out of trouble. Like, it's not like you're gonna get backed into a corner and you're stuck there and you're getting attacked. It's like, no, you probably can do so many things to get out of that. So it might be a little bit easy or something, but from what it's looking like, it's a little methodical. It's a little bit more where you gotta, pick the right moves and things like that. So we'll see. It's looking good. I'm watching it right now as I'm talking, and he's climbing again. So yeah, you got like a lot of climbing going on. The big jumps that you can do off the walls and stuff like that. So I see where people are coming from. They're saying, this is looking like Uncharted, or it's looking, I think people have even said games like God of War, because of that third person, I guess, just story driven kind of game. But I'm very interested in to see what this game is really about story wise and all of that. Graphically, it looks pretty good. I feel like the character models look kind of funny at times, especially the Forrest Whitaker at the beginning. That was him, right? I mean, it sounded and looked like him, so I'm thinking that's him. But even like the main character, I don't know, his face just looks really like too smooth, I guess. I know he's a Jedi and he's he's strong and all of that, and he probably looks good all the time, but no, he just looked a little too clean. He looked like his he had some makeup on or something. Like, I don't know if that's just like lighting or like the skin tones or like something's up with the graphics. Like, I don't know, it just kind of looks a little too like bright, I guess, or something like that. Slaps some contrast on this game a little bit on these characters. I think it's gonna look all right. It's gonna look pretty damn good. Comes out November 15th, the same day as Pokemon, so you already know which one I'm picking up. I'm picking up this Star Wars. I'm gonna be playing this, so we'll see if they keep that date, but it's looking like, yeah, it's gonna come out that day. It looks ready. I mean, again, this is the alpha kind of gameplay here, but it seems like, it's ready to go, so we'll see. But yeah, that's just my thoughts. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Let me know what you think about the gameplay demo. I'm just going to show bits and pieces during this video, but the full video is out there on YouTube. Just look it up if you haven't seen it. And that's it. Thanks for watching, you guys, and I'll catch you in my next video. Bye.